I'm Glennis LaRoe, comedian, perfect woman, and certified sad girl. I'm on a mission to meet and interview sad girls like me and destigmatize mental illness, all in the hopes of feeling a little bit better by any means necessary. We're all going through it. Let's go through it together. And remember, it's okay to be sad, girl.
This is Sad Girl Survival Guide, the show that explores rock bottom, breakdowns, and breakthroughs one sad girl at a time. Today's sad girl is...
Savannah.
Hey, Savannah.
Hi.
What makes you sad, girl?
I would say it's 50% the state of the world, and the other 50% is my physical form.
Sure, and to have a physical form in this world, that's a devastation.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I am right there with you. So many things are outside of our control, and then to have to navigate that in a human form, I mean, it's horrible.
Right. Sort of like log on to the computer to see what's going on, but at the same time, I am still flesh and blood. It's hard to contend with.
Yeah, and why should we have to? That's really not fair.
Yeah.
None of us asked to be born.
Preach.
What's your weirdest coping mechanism?
I wonder what counts as weird. I would say anytime I get stressed, I pop every single zit I could possibly find on my face.
Yeah. Picking. What is it about picking? It's just so like satisfying. It feels like you're in control of something, like you're expressing your dominance over something and you're winning.
Yeah, expressing the dominance over my silly freaking face.
Yeah.
Here's what they don't tell you. It does make you feel better.
Yeah, it feels good. The only thing is I tend to find something so imperceptibly small and do a number on it so violently that now it's gushing. Now it's Mount Vesuvius. Now it's really a problem.
Yeah.
And even though it felt good, that moment, that kind of, let's say it, ejaculation of pus from my face, ultimately, I do regret it long term.
Oh, it's consistent regret.
Mm-hmm.
It further feeds the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Regret makes me want to do it more.
That's why it's good to have a boyfriend with backne.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll work on those things.
Yeah, find a man with bad hygiene on his back. Then you can get the satisfaction and the thrill.
Find one around here in Brooklyn.
A dirty man in Brooklyn? Surely not. You know what also scratches the itch is pimple popping videos. Is that...
No, I feel like that's like watching mukbangs when you're hungry. You know,
yeah.
The bloodlust is so real.
You know, if you go into the comments of those pimple popping videos, everyone is like, "Let me in there!
Yeah,
Let me in
so
there!"
True. Like, people have notes. People are like, you're doing it wrong.
They're frothing at the
how I
mouth.
would
They're
do
like,
it.
"Why'd it take so long?"
To which I'm like, do it yourself then. Become a content creator. Become a pimple popping content creator. If you have so many ideas.
Become a doctor. Like, these are like dermatologists.
Hey, instead of leaving a comment, go to school.
Yeah.
Go to medical school.
Learn a thing or two.
And become a dermatologist. And then send me your info and hopefully take my insurance.
Then you can extract a cyst.
I've got a boyfriend with a bunch on his back.
That's mine, though. Let me in there. He doesn't let me touch him. Okay. If you could text yourself during a breakdown, what would you say?
I think what I need to hear is that everything in this life is temporary, including a breakdown.
Yeah.
But also including the great moments as well.
Nothing is meant to last. Good, bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every mood that I have, it's like trains in a train station. They come in, they dock, they leave. And I'm but the conductor. If I got a text from me saying that, I'd be like, hey, kill yourself.
Lose this
like,
number.
The train metaphor, really? With tears streaming down my...
You're like, you think I could wear one of those fucking hats? and feel okay about myself.
Am I a conductor? Oh, got it. I'm like stuffing grits down my face for sure.
Well, so that's not what you would need to hear ultimately.
The thing is, when I'm in a breakdown, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing will console me.
I know. But then it does pass.
But it is, hate to say it, like trains at a train station.
Woo woo.
They go. Choo-choo. All aboard, girl.
Okay, so now anytime you text me saying you're depressed, I'll just text you the little like train emoji, the little, not like the modern speed train, the little choo-choo.
All aboard the Depress Express.
The Depress Express. Hey.
Chugga.
Chugga chugga. We're all on board. Mm-hmm. What's your go-to sad girl comfort food?
A couple of spoonfuls of cottage cheese that I eat out of the tub standing up. That makes me feel great.
Yeah, there's something about standing up and eating that hits so different. Like, what is it about going absolutely feral on a bag of shredded cheese, like straight out of the fridge?
Right. But what's important is that it's always dairy.
Yeah, it's gotta be dairy.
Vertical dairy.
It's gotta be dairy. I will say, knowing you, I feel like you're also like a deli meats girl.
Yes, I've been a deli meats girl, though the recent
Boar's Head scandal.
The propaganda around boar's meat has kind of turned me off to it.
Why do you say propaganda?
I don't know. Is it real?
You're like, this is a smear.
I want to eat my turkey sandwich from the deli, please. Please stop reporting on that.
They're like, there's literally a listeria outbreak, and you're like, fake news.
Okay, hear me out. The listeria's always been there, isn't that? That's always been there.
Sure.
It's always been the case that pregnant people like can't eat deli meat for a reason.
That's because of the nitrites. Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Fair enough. I mean, I think, yeah, it's just people, wellness girlies trying to take down Boar's Head.
Salami.
Big salami.
I want Big Salami to hear me now. I'm ready for products, and I'll hawk them online for money.
And guess what? When I'm pregnant, I'm going to eat them anyway and see.
Yummy listeria nitrates.
And see what it does to my weird baby.
I'll name my baby Salami. I'll name my troubled baby Salami if you send me free deli meats.
Boar's Head, we're always looking for sponsors here at Sad Girl Survival Guide. And we can, say whatever you want to redeem yourself.
It's true. I do have a price.
Okay, what's the weirdest or dumbest thing you've cried over recently?
This was the one that was hardest for me. Because, I don't know if when I cry, I'm immediately determining if it's dumb or not.
Sure.
Let me think. Well, I had a happy cry recently. I was on a walk and I saw a herd of cows. And I think because I thought like the universe chose for me to see that in that moment on a long solo walk. So I was doing some thinking. And then I saw the cows at kind of a pivotal moment in the thought cycle. And I was brought to tears.
Oh, cows are so majestic.
Yes.
They're just so free. They're like in their, like, I was going to say feminine energy.
Cows are like...
Cows are girls.
Every cow is a girl and every cow is in her feminine energy. Every cow is coquette.
Was this in Scotland by chance?
This was in the UK. Yes, okay. It was in near London, in a field that I kind of had to go through a no trespassing gate to go through. Of course. That was part of the journey. You get it.
Yeah.
I can think of dumber things that I've cried over though. Oh, the last time I tried to fit all my clothes in my dresser. I went as far as to clean my room.
Yeah.
And then, as it turns out, my storage does not fit everything I own. It actually relies on half of my belongings being on the floor in my bed. And as soon as I actually do the work of cleaning it, my dresser's going to go ahead and be too small.
Right.
So I cried out of frustration. of just, what do you mean when I fold it all, it doesn't fit?
Right. How can I possibly have too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to throw away like 3 whole garbage bags of stuff just to sort of meet the capacity of my
Throw it away.
Yes.
I had to like set my closet on fire just so that I'd have room.
Yeah, burn
You
it
girls get
down.
that?
Is that relatable, girls? Yeah. How are we supposed to keep up with all the fashion trends and then still...
Well, I want to be clear. I'm not keeping up with trends at all.
Sure.
I think everything I own is ugly.
Yeah.
And still,
Yeah.
I keep it all.
Sure.
And
What's
I'm
that
not
about?
fitting it.
What's that about?
I don't know. I like my clothes on my bedroom floor,
Like I like my men
laying out on my floor.
covered in backne. I just want to point out that a gentleman just power walked past us at the speed of light. I was like, you're walking faster than I run.
He was also the oldest man I've ever seen.
God bless.
So he's keeping that mobility sharp.
Yeah, we love that. Okay. What's the funniest or like most memorable advice that you've received during a sad girl moment?
I had a therapist once tell me, like, during the hard times to treat myself like a little kitten.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, it works.
Yeah, it's gotta work.
I think she knew I was a cat person and she knew to speak my language.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in the depths, I do think, what would I do were I the tiniest kitten in the world? And sometimes you do just have to like cuddle up with a blanket, give yourself some wet food, and go to sleep.
Wet food. You gotta lap up a little bowl of some mushy gushy wet
And
food.
depending on how old you are, as a kitten, you might have to mix the dry with the wet.
Yeah, that is really great advice. Because I think when people are like, well, what would you say to your inner child? I'm like, my inner child is who got me here. I'm like judging her because she was kind of like annoying and wore a bandana to school every day and like was like really hammy. And I'm like,
my inner child brought a roller backpack to school. Do you understand? Like,
wow, there's always one. Every school had one.
I had back problems because of all the books I was carrying. My parents had no choice. None of us knew what it would do to my social standing.
Oh, we had one wheelie bag boy in our grade, and he was dyspraxic, so he got to take his exams on a computer, and we all thought that was unfair.
That is unfair.
Yeah.
Get him on this show.
Where are you, James Henderson? What are 3 recently used emojis that summarize you as a sad girl?
Okay, one's a cow.
She's back.
One's a little girl cow.
Yeah.
And then there's the high heel stiletto.
Oh, yeah. She's kind of like...
when you're feeling corny.
Yeah.
And then there's the gas emoji, as in having gas.
Yes.
The smoke. But I'll be honest, I feel like my sad girl emojis are the smileys that you can make without the emojis. You know what I mean? Like a colon parentheses.
Oh, yes.
Colon slant.
Yes.
Those 2 girls.
The originals.
The original emojis.
Let's say it. Emoticons.
Emoticons. Do the Vine boom.
Wow, you really take it back. You go retro with it when you're feeling really down.
Yes.
You're like, I don't even want to see these cutesy...
I like the kind of minimalism, almost brutalist aspect to those.
Yeah.
The bare bones.
That's when I know you're hurting. Wait, but your cow stiletto gas, put them together? That is a cow. And
like,
yeah, exactly. Because they're like the methane.
Yeah,
the methane. Wow.
Is it
That's
methane
really
or methane? That's that me.
That's that me gassy cow.
That's that me. That methane.
Yeah, I think maybe because I sometimes do
you were
hard
raised
vowel.
in British.
Yeah. I was raised in British, so yeah, the methane. What is the most unusual thing in your self-care arsenal?
I would say my arsenal feels bone dry these days.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of literally anything.
Cobwebs in your toolbox.
Cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like the tools that I call upon are the tiny delights I can find.
Sure.
So, for instance, I really like perfume.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure I always have that on hand because it makes me feel like I'm really doing it. I'm really leaving the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really going to be, sort of that walking down the street that smells good.
Yes.
That's a big one. And an extra long cord for charging my phone.
Nothing hits like a 10-foot plus iPhone cord.
When you go from being shackled to one side of your bed, adding that extra long cord, and being able to do this. Oh!
Roll over, girl.
God, that feels good. You meet your other set of pillows on that side that you've been neglecting. You're like, hey, I'm going to be scrolling here for the next 7 hours.
Yeah, I'm sort of wondering who a 1 foot to 3 foot charging cord is for. Who is that for? Why? No need for it. Let's stop overproducing those useless cords.
Yes.
10 foot plus.
Yes. I would do more. I want 20 to 40 feet.
That you can walk around your whole apartment.
That's like, like the Britney with her snake. Like, that's me in bed with my cord.
You're a slave for cord. Have you recently taken a crying selfie? And if so, do you remember what it was about?
There's the cutest ragtag team of boys approaching me.
They're too young for you.
Wait, really? What was the question?
Have you recently taken a crying selfie? And if so, do you remember what you were crying about?
No, I've never taken a crying selfie, but I do go up to the mirror and kind of see what
you're working with.
What I'm working with.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. One time I took a selfie and I didn't know I was crying until I looked back at it and I was like...
Just weepy?
Hey, those are tears in my eyes.
Just sort of wet and weepy?
Literally, yeah, just welling up.
Yeah.
But no, I don't consciously do that, even though I am a gorgeous crier.
Okay, stunning crier, not the Kim Kardashian,
No.
Yeah. I don't really take crying selfies either. I do the mirror thing, though, where it's like, who is that girl I see? And then you're like, okay, we'll move on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, perf. Name an intrusive thought.
One of mine?
Yeah. Not just any random one. Name an intrusive thought.
You don't have it.
Yeah.
And the it, can vary.
Of course. Yeah.
The it is a different it depending on the day of the week.
I think the more broad the intrusive thought, the more damage. It's
true.
It's like a spray of it could be anything on any given day.
Yeah.
So the intrusive thought just knows that.
Yes.
And you're like, well, today it's that I am a bad daughter.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's mostly whether or not I have star power.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? You do.
Hey, thanks.
What is your most toxic trait?
These are tough, hard-hitting journalistic questions. Toxic traits. I think my toxic trait is that I am consistently late, but here's the real kicker. I'm only a little bit late. So it's not egregious to where someone can really call me on it, but it is happening every time.
Sure. So it's just running a few behind.
Yeah, running 5 to 7 minutes late.
Sure.
Which I'm sure the early fanatics are going to come in the comments.
the
and be
on-time freaks.
7 minutes late? That's egregious. It isn't. I have friends that are 15 minutes late. Now that's that.
That's pushing it a little bit. Yeah, 15 to 30,
Yeah.
That I have so long been a proud on-time early person. But as I've grown older, I've realized that just makes me the waiting friend.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, time and schedules doesn't have to be this rigid.
Yes.
But when you're strolling up late, no apology, coffee in hand, that's when I really get sort of upset.
That is, yes. And I hope to one day have a sense of time.
Yeah.
And time and place.
Maybe you're neurodivergent, girl.
Hey, I'm sure there's a reel somewhere that'll tell me that's the case.
I've fully diagnosed myself as autistic off of Instagram Reels. All good.
All good. There's a test for everything.
What is your go-to sad girl playlist or song?
I mean, the classic. This one kind of like assaulted me the other day, and that is Fix You by Coldplay.
Wow.
Where I was taking a spin class. The theme was pop punk. And when we got to the cool down, what came on but the not pop punk song, Fix You by Coldplay. So I wasn't even looking for the song. And it came on and I went, ugh.
Yeah. That song is sort of devastating.
Yes. That said, I want to see them in concert again.
Oh, again? Again? Maybe at the Sphere? I don't know if they're performing at the Sphere.
They're not. They're like, I check their touring schedule often just to see where they're at, and they're always just like bouncing in and out of Dusseldorf. But whenever they take things from a global status to a domestic American status, I'll be seeing them in concert.
Wow. They met at my college.
Oh, shout out.
I haven't met them or anything. Just, was this a Soul Cycle class, perchance?
It was.
I have also cried in a Soul Cycle class. The first time I ever took a Soul Cycle class, I didn't sort of anticipate that, like, sort of 3/4 of the way through the class, they often have like a sort of go inward moment, and the teacher is sort of, laying it on real thick with like a motivational message. And this teacher was sort of unhinged, and she was screaming at us, if anything in your life is not good enough, it's not good enough. Like literally screaming. I'm bursting into tears. My legs are going 200 like RPMs, like freaking out. And I was like, is this what every Soul Cycle class is like?
Oh my God.
And ultimately, they're not all like that, but it was what got me on the hook. I was like, I'm so down.
She basically took an intrusive thought, put it into her mic, said it to a group of vulnerable people.
Yes.
And she went like this to Fix You on Coldplay.
And by vulnerable, you mean privileged white people.
Yeah.
Perfect. What's a guilty pleasure of yours when you're going full sad girl mode?
Well, I don't think there's anything guilty about pleasure.
Oh.
That said, overeating.
Binging.
Emotionaleating.com.
Sure. Yeah. / cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese standing up. Guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure for me would be probably looking into a pure blue light across 3 different screens at once.
TV, laptop, phone.
Goosh, goosh, goosh.
Yeah.
Like Wade from Kim Possible? Like that.
Wow.
Surrounded by scren. Another guilty pleasure. This I actually, no, you know what? No, I don't feel guilty about it.
Okay.
Is I like stalking my friends on Find My Friends.
Oh, yeah.
So
you love that.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Before I go to, it's my nighttime routine. Before I go to bed, I see what my friends are up to, whether they are also tucked safely into bed.
Yeah. You introduced me to this you introduced me to this little habit, and I mostly check up on you. Like yesterday when you were like, I was on a run, and I was like, I knew that already. Because I saw your little thing moving through Prospect, and I was like, go Savannah, go.
That's exactly what I want out of my community.
But I was also like, it's dark out. I hope she's okay.
It did get dark. I was scared.
I was like, she's running in the park at night in New York City. Wellness check.
Yeah. Funnily enough, actually, last night as well, you and one other person were saying that you were going to a party, and I watched as the evening went by, and neither of you went.
No, I went. The other person did go.
Oh, okay.
All right. This question is sort of up for interpretation. How do you get out of bed in the morning?
Usually it's that I have to pee so bad that I can't wait any longer.
Mm-hmm. Sort of by brute force.
No choice. Either that or pee bed.
Or get rubber sheets.
Simple as that.
Yeah. So it's not happening with a pep in my step, that's for sure.
No.
Mel Robbins is like, count down to 5 or 3, 2, 1 or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, in what world is a countdown that I'm instating going to motivate me?
It still takes the motivation.
Uh-oh.
Oop, puppy dog.
Doggy has entered the chat.
Hello.
Hi, puppies. Yeah, it's in no way would that ever get me out of my sanctuary.
No.
My perfect sanctum.
No.
What is your I'm barely holding it together, but I have to go to the function aesthetic?
You're looking at it.
Don't want to be here, but I am. No, you look adorable.
Thank you. But it is sort of like big t-shirt.
Yeah.
Messy bun.
Mm-hmm.
Messy bun, but with the face framing things, which it gives the hint of I really put something into this when in reality I didn't. Of course.
Yeah, the more shapeless and
sack.
Showing up to the function in a burlap sack.
Yeah, going sack mode.
I know that I am like sort of not really trying at all if I'm getting away with wearing like granny panties under what I'm wearing. Like I love nothing more than
self-abandonment.
I wear to sleep.
Yeah.
100% cotton Hanes granny panties because it's good for you to do that.
It's true. It's good for your yoni.
Your kuchanya. But if I don't switch them out, I'm really going through it.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. I really empathize with that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But also there's a satisfaction in getting away with it.
Yeah. You're like,
I'm in my pajamas.
I've been shackled to the lacy thong since I was but a teen.
So true.
And then when you're wearing a
pink, we're coming for you.
VS Pink.
VS Pink that wanted me in like lacy sex bot underwear.
Oh, and they're like, we'll give you 5,000 pairs for $30, but one pair is $28. And you're like, okay, this makes no sense.
I want it bad.
Okay, I'll take them all.
Because I want to be 32.
Meanwhile, another teen is like measuring your bra like inaccurately. And told me I was like a D. I'm like, I'm surely not. I'm not, girl.
Same.
It's a mess over there. But we'll take a sponsorship if...
Pink, if you're still alive.
Okay, what's a minor inconvenience that completely sends you over the edge?
I lose things constantly. Mm-hmm. Though I feel like I've gotten to a place of peace with it. Mm-hmm. Okay, the universe letting me know that that's good.
That everything is transient?
Everything's transient. What is unrelenting is the fact that I will consistently be losing things. Mm-hmm. So now when I haven't seen let's say, a certain t-shirt for a while, I'm like, it'll come back to me when it's ready.
Yeah.
When I lose my sunglasses, my keys, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it'll come back to me whenever it's ready for me to be able to get back into my apartment.
Yeah, I feel like I have multiple pairs of your sunglasses in my apartment right now, actually.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I should
See?
return those to you.
There you go.
Proof's in the pudding.
There you go.
You're like, I'm late. I'm losing things. I'm hanging on by a thread. Any questions?
Any questions for the me?
Yeah, for the me. And what are you avoiding or putting off doing right now?
Oh, I mean, the list goes on and on, you could say. Where do I begin? Like the dishes, making my bed, cleaning my bathroom, picking out a couch, decorating my entire apartment. I hate everything that's going on there. Cleaning my windows, cleaning my mirror. I mean, like everything. You know, what I'm really putting off is like making like five to 7 appointments.
Yeah.
Appointments are something that I really put off.
That can be one of the hardest
things. I
things.
think that every girl in the world feels like she's 5 appointments away from being her peacock.
Yes.
You know?
That is so true.
And yeah.
There's such a barrier to if an appointment can't be booked online. Like if it is a call to book situation, I'm like, unfortunately, I won't ever be making this appointment.
I don't know anything that you have to call to make an appointment for.
I went to the dentist.
What is this, the DMV?
I went to the dentist. Very good service. Was able to book online. Perfect.
Yeah.
I went and got a referral for a braces consult. And then in the app,
Sorry, what?
in the app that this great dentist place had, they said, in order to make this consultation, call to book. The app is telling me to call to book.
See, you're saying one thing and all I can focus on is that you almost got adult braces.
Okay, first of all,
Any of your friends right now, without you knowing, could be trying to get adult braces. That is something we should all really think about and contend with.
I'm sorry I didn't drop it in the group chat for your permission.
Well, you should have. I would have called in a doctor.
Okay, so I'm either thinking Invisalign or what's called breezy braces, and they go
No!
behind the teeth.
Miley Cyrus had those.
Breezies?
Yeah.
See? Look at her now.
And
she
a
looks
flipper.
weird.
Let's get a flipper.
Wait, what's a flipper?
A flipper is what the toddlers and tiaras little girls use, like fake teeth.
Oh.
It's for when you have gaps in your teeth.
Like baby dentures?
Yes, exactly that. So just get those, girl.
Imagine I have a baby. It's f***ed up because I've been housing salami for the last 9 months. And then I'm like, it's so weird my baby doesn't have teeth. So I give it a full set of dentures.
Beautiful pearly whites.
Straight out of the womb. Mouthful of teeth. Normal.
Normal.
And I love her. That's pretty much all she wrote. Thanks for being a sad girl today.
No problem.
We did it. Goodbye.